All right, welcome in. We've got a bandit loadout here for today. In this loadout race, we've got 4 competitors. We got JD down in the bottom left with the blank screen. I don't know what's happening. Did this game like crash? Nope, there it is. There's a really long load time there. And the icy blue. And then, okay, is everyone going to be like super dark bandit? You know, we got like a dark purple bandit on the right. To the right of JD with Killer Bunny, kind of messing around with the settings. And then we've got the pitch black up in the top left with owcarn. And to the right of Karn, we've got kind of like a darkish, what is that, brown? I can't quite tell. It's just like everything but darker. And that would be none other than DeKlowski. Oh, nope, DeKlowski's going red. Maybe they're discussing colors, making sure no one has doubles. Maybe that's what Cheese is waiting on. Everyone's getting antsy. Karn really wanting to start massaging the ready button. And changing some key binds as people are getting ready. I thought I was going to start right there. Nope, we're good. Okay. And we're going. All right, some different colors here. Cool. We got classic. We got icy. We got blazing. And we got shadow. 4 different bandits. Oh, right away. Right away. Look at these wisps. What is going on here? So many. Right out the gate. Thankfully, no one gets blasted by the overloading one. But everyone's already going to be right out the gate with 50 bucks. That's huge. All right. Whew. Everyone's going to be able to use all that money that they acquired to get none other than, what is it, a monster tooth? Okay, I guess it's some healing. You're up close as bandit. Able to get some up close bandit monster tooth value. I think it's not bad healing. At least I'm bandit. I used to think, I remember pre-DLC back when there was no Wungus. Back when it was, you get cautious slugs, you get harvester scythe, or you don't heal. Right? Medkit didn't really do much for you. And there was, yeah, again, no Wungus. No safer spaces, so you kind of needed some healing. Monster Tooth was what a lot of people chose to opt for. Kind of doesn't really get much love nowadays. But it's doing something. You get health every kill. Right? It's kind of like that, what was that item? The fresh meat item where you get like 2 health per kill. But it was from afar. It's like an up-close fresh meat. Oh, I just realized. Yeah, good call, Cap. This is going to be a speed run. If I was playing this bandit run, I would look at the stages, right? Take a look up at the top right, far right, beyond the screens. Not on any racer, but the loadout card. Titanic Plains is the start, but it goes to immediately after we have abandoned aqueducts where people can get bans, right? This is a lysate cell run. As we take a look at Karn's screen, Karn has lysate cell. Is able to get bans, is able to get prey on. Right, that's some really, really good damage. Just out the gate, and oh god, barely hiding behind the teleport spike. JD, holy. Oh, is the same thing gonna happen to Killer? Killer gets the Vagrant just killed. Puts the Killer, the word Killer in his name to actual use, to actual value. There's a reason why. He's the Killer Bunny. And we saw it right there. -1 Vagrant. Boom. Bunny Gaming. Bernie Sanders, a.k.a. JD Gaming. I think that's JD's in-game name. See if he pings anything. Oh my god, did Karn also just use the spike? I never use the spike. The spike is scary. Every time I use the spike, there's like a blazing beetle or something that just kind of walks up. Maybe I'm not very spatially aware or something, or like a golem comes out, or a Lemurian pops up. There was not much cover on that TP zone, right? It was just spike or nothing. I think we saw this in a loadout race. This was before the hosting league. You know, way back when. I think in, it would have been February or March. It was when I did my third subathon. We had a similar loadout like this. A similar seed, a similar TP zone. No cover, DeKlowski I think, was in it, and DeKlowski used the teleport spike and actually pulled it off. Yo, what up, Z-Boss? Welcome in. Got Razor Wire 4 minutes in. Karn's gonna leave, has some good AoE. Hopefully that Razor Wire doesn't break the pods. Ooh, Karn even gets a gold orb the next stage. Good stuff. Speaking of Gore's Tome gold orbs, there's also Roll of Pennies, and it's stage 2, right? So if you can open up the gates, if you're able to get the ancient gate opened to be able to fight the elders. Oh, there's also a wrap, repulsion armor plate that everyone has. Everyone's got a wrap. Everyone's got pennies. There's a speed printer. Hopefully you don't lose those pennies or wrap. Oh, lost the pennies, lost the wrap. Okay. I feel like that'd be good to go on later. Maybe you take like one immediately and hope you lose the monster tooth. At least you keep the slug for Karn. Yeah, I kind of like what bottom left what Bunny did. The Bunny, I think, lost, either never had the pennies or just lost them. So unable to farm. Going all on speed so you can do pots quicker, that is an idea. Right, DeKlowski's going to see that too. And yeah, pennies is the first item lost from the printer, unfortunately. Oh man, I don't know. I mean, you just get shot by a wisp for a little bit. Or you go to do the teleport. Fuck. I don't know what I'm thinking. I don't know. I'm torn. I think speed's also good. Right, you're able to get to the TP twice as fast. There's a god pot, though. Right, had you run over, done the TP, got the god pot, maybe you open up the gate and then activate TP, run back, grab speed. I don't know if that's just the full looter mentality of me kicking in. Oh, there's also an ice band. Is that the boss item? No, it's not. I think Cheese's internet's going down a little bit. Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. We're back. We're good. We're good. Mired Urn is the boss item, as we get back. DeKlowski and JD, maybe they're the same person. Maybe they're like brothers on the same internet. Just so happened to go down at the same time. Clearly not Cheese. Would never be Cheese. Never, ever has Cheese ever been at fault for anything. And if anyone says otherwise, they're banned. So. Oh, man. Someone opened up the gate. Was that Killer Bunny that opened? Or was that... It wasn't DeKlowski, I don't think. It wasn't JD. Who opened up the gates? Oh, it was Killer Bunny. It was Killer Bunny. Okay, Killer Bunny with a band. About to get 2 other bands. It's going to be able to pass through that speed printer. 2 more small chests. Maybe they give away items. Doesn't have pennies, though. That's okay. It's an elixir. Here we go. If you're Killer Bunny, you go in. Oh, Killer Bunny hasn't even activated TP yet. Okay. Not going to be able to get prey on. Ronald's Mac talked. Yeah, that's why they call it the Ronald's band. It's pretty good. That's top humor right there. You're in the hosting league. There's one band for Killer Bunny. Sorry, I lost of words today. Karn getting to stage 3 rally point Delta. Gonna be able to get the prey on. I was looking for the little red lights. Sees the lights. It's gonna be right there. The shipping crate sometimes is. No shipping crate today. Karn's gonna walk over. Who needs Molotovs? Molotovs are cringe. I'm gonna take a prey on instead, and I've got an ice band with it. Boom. There's a TP. Gonna activate TP. Gotta use the prey on. Kill the boss. Get a boss item. Man, I just feel like if you had pennies and you're doing this, right? Being able to go TP to TP with pennies is super good. Because if you get rid of the pennies, you have more speed. Sure, it's good in the moment, and it's good during the Mithrix fight, but you want to be able to get that all those items that are going to be around the TP, right? And when you don't have pennies and you're going stage to stage, oh, there's a watch printer. Huh? That's pretty out in the open, too. We'll see if anyone else gets it. Because that's pretty good. And that's JD again with that. JD also with the Ice Band with 4 watches. Doesn't have any speed. I would definitely at least want 1 energy drink. 2 would be preferred by the end of stage 2. Right, the more speed you get, the more you can just run behind an enemy. The more you can just get that backstab damage in. I know they're using, I believe, full default bandit, so you can't use the Shiv as much. Right, the dagger, a lot of people early on think of it as a good AoE option. Right, you can go behind an enemy and use a dagger. And it's like, wow, I'm getting pretty good damage, and it's crit, and it's giving hemorrhage to multiple things. But who cares about that? When you have the Shiv against Mithrix, that Shiv can just annihilate him. You barely need any other damage items. Just like a couple, I don't know, like watches or repulsion armor plate, or not repulsion, armor piercing rounds. Not bad. And then you have like 1 backup mag. You could just that with a pillar skip, you can speedrun. I think that's one of the strategies for the old speedrun record for Bandit was just hemorrhage Mithrix with Shivs. They can't do that. So maybe I'll give a little bit less value to movement speed in this loadout. Still very good though. Able to get double damage from behind. Oh, I'm sorry, it's not full default. That's a blast, not a burst. LOL. I play Risk of Rain too. I don't just watch it. Clearly. Ooh, another Lysate. The Lysate for Karn, who's done with the TP. Gonna be able to get 1 more item before proceeding to the next stage. Could say, okay, I like that. Shipping request form. That's 1 guaranteed item. Well, assuming you can find it. The next 2, maybe 3 stages. Could be a few items. There was a 4 times Scam Shrine. Was that on JD? I saw a lot of nothings. JD says slow. Okay, JD. You might think you're going a little bit slow right now. Ooh, only person with a Gubo, by the way. Killer Bunny. I kind of like JD's loadout the most. Right, we're talking about someone who's going for more of a full lead approach. JD has had a little bit of trouble. That was a bit of trouble right there. Get it like bull, like a bison. It was void touched and almost hit. All right, sorry. But the first 2 races, JD's have had a little bit of confidence troubles. He's had a little bit of difficulty, right, trying to finish runs. It's kind of catching up in his head a little bit. But I like his build. 3 energy drinks, 3 watches. The only thing I'd really want is maybe the pennies. But has a razor wire with a repulsion armor plate. Right, can get some value, and that's going to be the second Lysate sell as well. He goes for that. I really like JD's build. Remember a really fast Bandit loadout from Dan? Had no damage, basically beat Mithrix's ship. Oh yeah, for sure. I actually had I was doing a scrimmage against some of the racers. They sometimes use me as a practice body, like a punching bag, if they're feeling really down and feel like they need someone to beat. So sometimes I'll hop in and they'll let me race against them. But we had a scrim, and there was a Shrine of Order, a backup mag printer, and I had a couple speed items. I had already, felt like I was a bit behind. I'm like, well, I'll totally catch him off guard. I'm going to hit the Shrine of Order. And then I rolled it, and it gave me speed. There was barely any speed the whole run. So I had 9 hooves, and oh god. So I'm talking about the story here. Karn, of all people, oh no. BBC, Blazing Brass Contraption. Takes out Karn. I don't know if it was the bells or if it was a larva. Wasn't fully paying attention. That's not good, especially for poor Karn here. Right, we gotta hope, we gotta just hope and pray that Karn doesn't throw himself off a cliff 50 times. So that's a +5 right there. But might be able to pull through with just 1 death. 2 deaths, we'll see. I mean, it's only 1. I think Karn's gonna be fine. Has mobility, right? The run is still fun to play. So it's not the end of the world. It's gonna be good. But yeah, in this story, I did a Shrine of Order, And it gave me movement speed. I forget what else it gave me. I think I lost a Shattering Justice and it gave me 2 Happy Masks. Something crazy like that. So I had Happy Masks, movement speed, and then... Okay, my green was something bad. But I know there was a fire band that I picked up right after. And I just printed a bunch of backup mags. And just went TP to TP. Because I was able to do that. Got some Mithrix, kept backstabbing, just boom, 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 hemorrhage, hemorrhage, hemorrhage. It didn't matter that I didn't have any bans or anything else. I was just able to really rack up that hemorrhage. And I still got like 5 minutes slower than everyone else because I just loot too much. And, well, it didn't even matter. Even with all that movement speed, man. Just a major bummer. Double Cautious Luck for Killer Bunny. Only person still with a death, an Alien Head even. Oh wow. Alien Head picked up last second for DeKlowski there. I'm assuming that was a large chest. TP spot sucks. It does. It's scary. It's not out in the open. There's a lot of places where you can get splash damaged. Right? And the things that also suck about cave TPs in Siren's Call is if you go to, you know, any other spot, any other TP spot in Siren's Call. Oh, Alien pickup, Alien Head pickup for Killer Bunny as well. Every other spot in that map, you don't get Horde of Many. But if you have a TP in the cave, it'll try to spawn a boss a few times. If it doesn't spawn a Magma Worm, I'm pretty sure. They'll try to spawn, you know, maybe a Souls Control Unit, maybe a Vagrant, but it usually fails to spawn those, right? Or sometimes you get really lucky and it does spawn them in that cave, and then they just, like, throw themselves into the ceiling and immediately die. It's awesome. You just get a free boss item, don't have to worry about anything. But usually that doesn't happen, you just end up getting a Horde of Many. Only in that part of the cave, too. Down in the underground part of the cave, you usually get a normal boss. You know, if you're ever thinking about Horde of Many gambles, we do them a lot on the Twitch channel. Here on twitch.tv/gamer_0st. Siren's Call can't produce them. So if you ever see Horde of Many gamble, see Siren's Call, see Abyssal Depths. I mean, Abyssal Depths is going to have it more. Those are good stages to look for. Also Siphon Forest. Those are the big 3 you want to see. Lysate Cell finally picked up down for our friend in the bottom left, a Killer Bunny. Getting his first one. Wait. Oh god, poor DeKlowski. Barely alive, does not make it out and dies. Did DeKlowski... I almost feel like DeKlowski could have made it. If DeKlowski got a kill, got an overloading... Not overloading orb. A healing orb. Oh no. While that happened, bottom left... Oh man, JD, I loved your build so much. No. That's a death. Oh man. The only person without a death now. Usually the person with the most deaths, who we know is Killer Bunny. Killer Bunny, I believe on the stat sheet, is at like 30-some deaths. Right, and that's not including the ones where there's DNFs. So that's a huge change. Huge character development moment. Bunny now, just holding on, not dying, playing well, playing Bandit. Here we go. Don't want to get hit by the overloading bell. I think... I don't think... I've got a gut feeling. Gut feeling is Killer Bunny's going to get to the TP. There's going to be Blazing Horde of Many. And there's going to be a death. That's my prediction. We'll see what happens after that first death, though. Oh, second death for JD. midway through, after starting the TP, right? Already doing 60% damage less. And just takes another hit, takes another death. Really, really not what you want to see. Killer Bunny beginning the fight now. Again, only person deathless. JD with 2 deaths. Eraser's on the top with 1. DeKlowski immediately goes for a wax quail, right? Already has a few energy drinks, but takes the quail for extra speed, for double quail speed. There's Killer Bunny's first death. Interesting. I don't know how I feel. I mean, I guess it's a good item. You see a bird, you take a bird. We'll see what happens. Oh, JD had 3 deaths. Oh my god. Really, really, really not looking good. JD had such a good build, was looking so good. And, I mean, thankfully kills everything. No more larva on his screen. But, you know, while we've been focused on JD, while we've been focused on DeKlowski, while we've been focused on Killer Bunny, all of which have been on stage 4, Karn did all stage 5, got safer spaces. Let's not forget about that. Karn has 5 energy drinks. Karn, the one that went for the energy drink strat, took some bans, took a prey on, called it a day. Is it going to be able to do the host skip, right? We look at DeKlowski, who also just picked up the safer spaces. Karn's also the only one with a brand accumulator. Got to stage 3 faster than anyone else. Obviously didn't do the elders for bans. Got a little lucky and was able to acquire the bans from by other means. Very fortunate there. Oh no. Oh, JD, please. You're already at 3 deaths. Not get another one right before the TP is done. Oh, I think he's going to be good. Killer Bunny's still with 1 death, by the way. And is pretty healthy. I don't think he's going to die anytime soon. JD goes for another Will-O-Wisp. Only racer, I believe, to have 2 Will-O-Wisps. Not even DeKlowski has that. Gets a Focus Crystal. So that'll be pretty good AoE damage. Has 2 gasoline and 2 ignition tanks as well. I think for a lot of racers, if you want to have an easy time, if you want to have an easy run leading up to the Mithrix fight, AoE is the route that you want to take. Right? AoE items are awesome. Oh. I'm sorry, I'm gonna interrupt what I'm talking about. Look at Karn. Look at Karn. Actually pillar skip, actually doing the host skip here. Right, has safer spaces this time. Doesn't have 2 teddy bears. Doesn't have 1 teddy bear, my bad. And is host skipping? Is able to gonna be able to pull it off? I forget if you can use Prayon to like bounce yourself up faster. I know you can like do this weird 0 movement item skip with Prayon. I think you need like 2 charges of it though. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, just enough. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Perfect amount of speed, perfect amount of host skipping, and there we go. You are welcome for the skip. Oh, DeKlowski's in a weird spot there. He's got Grandparent Gravity Orbs. Oh, that was a good Prayon. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, you better shake up. Karn getting the perfect Prayon there. Already got Mithrix beyond that 75% threshold. Doesn't have the Shiv, sadly. So this is going to be a pretty lengthy fight. Alright, the Shiv, DOT, damage over time. And you can maybe... with safer spaces, yeah. Yeah, Karn's going to realize that. I can go in. There we go. As long as you pull off 1 dagger every time he lands. I think you need to do 2. I don't know if it's going to last between. Is this live? These guys are talking in chat. This is not live. This is pre-recorded, but this has never been shown on Twitch. So the race is not pre-recorded, but the race is pre-recorded, but I am not. There's a timeout here called, like, if a racer types in chat for timeout, that could be good. I mean, yeah, poor Karn just took a hit there. I don't know if the whistle caught him off guard. You are, as a racer, you're allowed to wait a little bit. after timeout is called, wait to get in a good position, and then pause. But unfortunately, it takes a hit. Thankfully, it doesn't die. And there's a safer spaces comes into play for JD here. Yeah, that timeout wasn't necessarily needed, unless it was like a technical difficulty. Sometimes, like, we call timeout if someone is got like a stained glass screen going on. I believe that happened in the latest YouTube video. Someone's recording ended up being like 50 pixels, or if we have to like reach out to someone, if their screen just fully freezes, stream freezes. If someone forgot to turn on the DLC, which has happened a few times. All sorts of things. DeKlowski making it to the moon. It's got a bit of a steep climb. We'll need Karn to die. Pretty much at this point, right? I don't see DeKlowski's build being too much more in terms of damage. Right, what does DeKlowski have that Karn doesn't? Oh, DeKlowski's got a second bird. Right, more than one wax quail. Oh, God. That's a death for Killer Bunny. Takes a death, dealing with a mending brass contraption. Some other enemies down there. There's an ATG, though, for Killer Bunny. No one else has that. Killer Bunny, the only one. Going to be able to activate TP with that ATG. Again, if you land like a really nice lights out shot in a proximate missile, you can just go ahead, use your blast shower, get that cooldown instantly gone and removed for your band procs, and then get out some really nice damage. You got multiple shots too with the Desperado, so that could be a really good setup. Killer Bunny, though, is going to need to find that safer space. Is the only one not to have it right now. Man, look at that. I mean, I like Killer Bunny's build the most. Right, has 2 ice bands. No one else has that. Has ATG. Has, I mean, the attack speed's not that good, but the alien head's good. I guess that's something DeKlowski has. DeKlowski has alien head, which means that alien head with the lysate. Well, look at how fast the recharge. It's 2 seconds for lights out. Not even a full 2. It's like 1.8, 1.7 something. Oh man, just look at Killer Bunny's damage. That is so nice. Oh, don't run out of falls. Oh no! Use your M2! Use your M2, Bunny! Oh man, that was a lot of damage. Might die from that if you can't heal from it. You can use your M2 ability. You can use your shift. Sometimes people think about one of the air stalls, try it a few times, and doesn't try again. Karn, though. Oh man, look at that. Did you see that Prayon landing? Was able to do a really good Prayon. And just immediately brings Mithrix down to half health. We'll have to do Pizza now, but it's fine. Takes a hit from Pizza, but does not die because of Safer Spaces. Right, that's why Safer Spaces is there. It's used to eat pizza. We're free. No weight gain. No +5 minutes. And there it goes again. Safer Spaces value. Karn taking out the ads. Really doesn't like them. This is out on some potential Mithrix damage there. And here we go. It's pizza time again. And there we go. Gets behind. Lands some shots. There's a good one. Gets that fire band going. Killer Bunny thankfully did not die a third time as a result from that fall damage. He's doing okay. And even JD only had 3 deaths. Looking pretty good himself. DeKlowski going to be able to make it to the Mithrix fight at the point where, I don't know, has to do another host skip. Almost didn't quite do a good enough of a third skip. Gonna have to go in for a little bit more. Hopefully that's it right there. And no pizza's eaten. Karn's gonna be able to make it to phase 4 without dying, which means DeKlowski is going to probably have to try to prevent bonus points as Karn is getting ready for the phase 4 skip. I highly doubt anything's going to happen. Here we go. Gets behind. Bam, bam, bam. Mithrix. Oh! Levels up. And there's phase 4. Karn has to do phase 4 here. So this is the last chance for DeKlowski to catch up here. Now, Karn did not purposely take damage before losing Safer Spaces. Will not be invincible after gaining it back. Mithrix definitely took enough damage for the slam. Karn is Bandit and will be able to air stall. Killer Bunny made it to the moon. Karn takes a few hits, but doesn't matter. Doesn't take an orb shot and is done with the Mithrix fight at about 34 minutes. And DeKlowski is really going to have to speed things up here. If you want to be able to have a chance to beat Karn for Loadout 2, you are going to have to deny bonus points. Which, I mean, you've got until about 40 minutes to be done not only with Mithrix, but also with the ship. Death is not an option here, right? DeKlowski with 1 death, Karn with 1 death. Everyone has died at least 1 time. Look at that. I mean, DeKlowski's at least getting in there with the dagger, something you really want to do if you want to maximize your damage. Yeah, there you go. Dagger a lot more annoying to pull off than the what's gonna name the Shiv. It's not every day you say the word Shiv. Yeah, making use of the safer spaces there as well, able to get 2 or 3 Shiv shots every time. Look how fast phase 1 is being done. Armor piercing round from the shipping request form, by the way. Really nice for Killer Bunny, who now has 2 of those. Takes out that Chimera Wisp with ease. DeKlowski's done with phase 1. I think it's definitely possible for DeKlowski to pull this off. He just has to go really, really fast. Has to understand competition's tough, competition's fierce. Here we go. Karn is done. And officially gets in first place for Loadout 1, but we'll see. Bonus points are still on the table. Not exactly guaranteed yet. We'll take a look once the time comes up. Once the cutscene is done. 5 energy drinks, by the way, for JD, who says quail in all caps in chat. Oh, right, gets a double quail, okay. 35-31. That's going to be 40-31 to deny bonus. And we'll go ahead and get that off the screen there. There we go. GG's to Karn again for getting in first. Really, really good performance. Well done. Was able to come back despite being the first one to take the death. Right. Looked to be in a pretty bad spot, but just had what it took. Kept cool. And boom, done. Call him Cool Karn. That's some cool carnage there. Killer Bunny, by the way, did not find safer spaces. Unfortunate. Did get both Blood Shrines done, and did not die during Pillars. That's good. Well done. Oh my god. Oh my, you are playing with fire, DeKlowski. Do not stand behind Mithrix's hammer like that. I think he was actually close enough to Mithrix not to take damage from that. Oh, jeez. That could have been a +5, and immediately, right? If DeKlowski dies, it is +1 bonus point, potentially +2 for Karn here, who has a chance to get double bonus. I think it's more often than not we see bonus points be applied to our first place racers. Oh my god. There are spare drone parts. Wow. Okay, that's good. Definitely something you want to have. Better than that, a lot of the greens maybe not the most ideal for JD. JD obviously loses the fire band, not able to do the phase 4 skip very easily anymore. I think you could pull it off with the dagger, but that's about it. And Klowski, you gotta be getting damage in right now if you're gonna be getting those points tonight. I think one bonus point will be about a guarantee at this point, as Klowski gets to the 39-minute mark. Yep. 39 minutes is there. Has about, like, 40 seconds to get onto the ship. And here comes Pizza. Better not die. If you die, it's probably double bonus for Karn. And it's going to be a huge, steep climb. It's a huge, steep ask. And there it is. Saw it coming. Double quail. Couldn't move. Oh, no. Oh, no. Klowski just dies right there. And because of that, well, 45-31 is the time to deny for double bonus. You're not going to be able to get there in 20 seconds. Karn gets both. Full value right there. Full value. Double quailed right into Pizza. And Karn's going to take that huge favor. A huge setup for Karn. Who's going to be able to walk into Loadout 2 in a much better position. Poor Killer Bunny also with another death. We'll go ahead and change the time from time to deny bonus to time to completion. Because Karn is chilling. We'll go ahead and update the standings there, as Karn is at 5. Oh, not 55. Don't screen cap that. 5 points. As Klowski is just about to be able to finish off. Oh, don't take a hit. Barely catches up, uses that double quail to his fullest advantage. 2,000 damage to go. Is shooting at ads. It's not really a point to shooting those anymore. We've got 2,000 health on Mithrix. That thing's gonna die as soon as Mithrix is dead. Right, loses one fireband from it. Not gonna be able to have enough damage now. And Klowski's gonna have to do more pizza. And just opts, screw the pizza, not taking another death, not losing 5 minutes over this. Just is going to go for phase 4. Here we go. Says bad in chat. I wouldn't quite go that far, Klowski. Might have had a couple mistakes, but still going to be able to finish up at a pretty good time, and it's still at a really good chance, a really good opportunity here, assuming you don't die, to be able to get second place in this loadout. Takes a few shots from Mithrix there. Uses the bands. Oh, come on. You can't call something a caster curse if this has already happened. This isn't even live. It's new to us, live to us. Can I curse your death 40 years in the future? Do I have that power? Uh-oh. Killer Bunny not in a good position. That's wide open spaces. Exploders shooting from behind. Killer Bunny's moving in a straight line. The Wisp, oh, is gonna die. It's not getting pinched between exploders and golems, though. It's gonna be able to run out. Get a little bit of a better position there. And, oh god, right above a golem. You don't want to be able to be in a spot standing still really close to those enemies. It just takes a few frames, it's a couple seconds. Not even a couple, like half a second of just standing still near those, and you just instantly die. The killer, thankfully, is going to be able to avoid that, uses that blast shower to fullest extent. Here we go. Exploder's dead, golems are dead. Phase 2 almost done. And we got a race for third going on here. A race for third place, assuming that Klowski doesn't jump off a cliff 3 times here. You are on the ship charge, but you are not invincible. You have not taken the safer spaces tech into account. Time is relative. Alright. Haku, I'll make sure to try to cast Curse you as much as I can. Just for that. I cast 5 +5s on you. 5 pizza +5s. Oh, poor bunny. Oh god, unfortunate. 47-40 is the time for Klowski, which both racers have passed, so there's no time for second needed. Klowski is guaranteed second place. GG's Klowski. He had a couple unfortunate deaths. Would have been able to get in first place I'm sorry. No. Even if DeKlowski finished with no deaths, would have still gotten second. Wow. Well done, Karn. But would have at least been able to deny bonus points. Right. Was really close to denying. Gonna have to really pull up for loadout 2 here. We'll see in a few minutes. As our racers on the bottom are finishing up, we'll go ahead and bring them up into the bigger screen. Here we go. Current loadout is nothing? That's not right. Let me fix that. There we go. Now, these two racers here. Oh wait, what happened to Killer Bunny? I feel like I looked up and looked down like a few seconds ago, and Killer Bunny was like doing fine. Suddenly has 2 more deaths, suddenly has a 3rd death. I wasn't even paying attention, I was too busy with the screen. There's pizza, there's ads, there's so much going on, and Killer Bunny, if he does not do this, oh no, he only has 40 seconds. He needs to pull off a phase 4 skip. I don't know if he's going to be able to finish in time. I don't know if she's paying attention. Oh god. You've got Blast Shower. Okay, 31 seconds. Just wait for Mithrix to go back up. This is down to the wire. There's an ATG. Alright, Mithrix going up. Oh no, loses a fire band. Oh, ATGs. Phase 4 skipped. Oh my god. Killer Bunny. You just gotta finish him off. A few seconds here. 10 seconds. He's not gonna take your items. Come on, just kill him. Oh my god. At the nick of time. I think there would be a 20-second grace period given due to loading time. But that was close. That was way too close. Takes the good portal. Is gonna be safe. Wow. And now this brings up... Oh, JD. JD cannot die. I mean, has like 1 death available. Right? Can maybe die once and get away with it. That was a clutch phase 4 skip. Done again by Killer Bunny, who only had seconds. Mere seconds to finish that fight. If had it been not a phase 4 skip, it would have been GG. There would not have been enough time. But it's not over yet. JD can still come in and swoop in for 3rd place anyways. There might be a completion for Bunny. But we'll see. JD has half a Mithrix to go and still has 10 minutes, so it's going to come down to deaths. How well does JD know the Mithrix fight? Right? If you know it well, you've got, your shift to be able to jump over stuff. You have safer spaces. Killer Bunny did not have safer spaces. You're getting your bleeds in. That's good. Here comes a pizza. Be careful with your quail. You have spare drone parts as well. Oh god, the exploders are being a little much. You gotta be careful. Sometimes you just gotta ignore them. Safer space is back online though. As Killer Bunny finishes up at 72:13, we'll go ahead and see what that actual time is. Time to deny completion. That's not right. Time to 3rd is 71:53. Say time to escape. That makes more sense. So we got a couple different things here, right? Because Bunny technically did go over that 40-minute cutoff. Was able to get Mithrix. Oh god, there's a death. It's going to come down to this. Another Colonel Drillman kicks in, which might help with the ads a little bit. But JD needs to kill Mithrix here. If JD can kill Mithrix and just do phase 4, you can even do phase 4, you don't have to skip. There we go, lands the, oh geez, that's close. Time's running short. Oh, golem shots. Careful. Oh, what's that? What just happened? How did he not die? What? He's still in. I thought his spaces was down. I guess not. Blast Shower. That's right. Blast Shower resets the safer spaces. And because of that, We'll see if it comes in clutch. If Blast Shower saves the day for JD, and JD can get a point. JD can have a little bit of an easier chance. Oh my god. This is way too close. And just ignoring the exploders a little bit. Down to 63 health. Really close. Doesn't have Blast Shower ready. Gets a healing drone online. Shoots Mithrix. Again, cannot take a hit. Or it's over. 2,000 health on the line. Blast Shower kicks back in. Oh god. Forgets to use it. Doesn't get the fire. And has to do phase 4. It's going to be close. If JD dies this phase 4, it's a concede. If JD can get this kill, it's 3rd place. Just don't get hit by the exploding orbs. Don't get hit. Stay safe. You can use your ice band. You can use that blast shower. Uses the blast shower, gets the shot. Almost gets hit by some needles. Gets hit by an orb. I don't think there was any proc chain items. Their safer space is back. I think JD is going to be okay. Oh, JD to the exploit. Oh, perfect. Well done. JD is invincible. I think, unless he somehow brutally messes up, we'll bring it up on the big screen here. I messed this up. My apologies. It'll just be on JD's screen here. Oh, the chat's vanishing again. I don't get why it's happening. Oh, I might have to do it for all 50,000 scenes. It might have to be a scene-by-scene basis as opposed to a resource-by-resource basis. Again, there's the times there. Time to escape and time to 3rd. Let's go ahead and get rid of time to escape because 3rd place is what matters. For JD, who came in clutch at the last second. Oh, yeah, no fireband. LOL. Yeah, well, okay. Well, you're ruining the moment. Let me just pretend like he had a fireband and he wasn't able to pull it off. He's going to make it. I think with load times removed, it's going to be just over 70 minutes. Yeah, it's more like it, Trento. Now we're talking. A 2-minute differential. Poor Killer Bunny. And just had 1 death too many. Up at 6. But that's where it matters, right? You gotta take care of yourself. You gotta make sure you don't die. Because you never know when a death is gonna mean it all. Oh. Okay, stream issue. Are we gonna get an end screen? What's... Cuts to black. Uh-huh. Sure. Sure you get a 7004. Uh-huh. I highly doubt that. GG. Well played, JD. That is 70 minutes and 4 seconds. Which means JD gets in 3rd place. And we had everyone finish. Nobody had to DNF. Nice. Everyone did good. I'm proud. I'm proud of everyone in this loadout. Alright. Here we go. We're back. Got loadout number 2. It's loader time. And it's not any sort of loadout. Or loader loadout. We got full default. And we got Abandoned Aqueduct. Which means we're going to probably see these racers here speedrun. Like, this is full-on speedrun run. There's a blue orb. I highly doubt any racer here is going to go through that. There's no reason to. Loader with just 1 of each band. Pick up whatever items you can find near the TP. You're good. You're good to go. This is like the most OP setup you could ever have. Maybe have the Spiked Fist out. Spiked Fist a lot. Yeah, there he goes. Karn. Even gonna use that mending. Lemurian. Oh, jeez. What's happened to JD? JD is teleporting into the future and gets a alien head. Okay. A 1% red item found on JD. Karn's gonna get a remote caffeinator. That's gonna be pretty okay-ish. Right? Get a little bit of healing in there from TP to TP. Just be able to pop that in if you ever need the health. But I highly doubt that's even going to be necessary when you have scrap barrier for the early stages and then later on. Right, just not going to be really anything alive for you to even hit. Karn does have a watch. Okay. There's also a gasoline printer. I kind of like that. Make that pick up a little bit. Obviously, charge punch, charge gauntlet, you could kind of handle everything anyways. Maybe if you had the gasoline, it could be good if you had the spiked fist, maybe. Karn's just going to go ahead and... This is kind of an interesting challenge, right? You don't want to lose your watch, but you also don't want to leave the TP zone, where seconds matter, right? Karn is making sure not to let go of that grapple. He's going to run back and take cover here. Right. Personally, I kind of like DeKlowski's approach a little bit more. Actually, I don't know. Right, because usually what you do is you just try to knuckle boom the boss early on and try and get an easy kill. But that stupid Vagrant just spawned outside of the boundary. And, oh god, wow, oh, barely avoided that, or almost avoided, not barely. Right, you've got barely, which means you just by a slim margin managed to accomplish something, and then almost is by a slim margin you failed something. And Killer Bunny almost dodged that Vagrant Blast. I think, did JD get hit by the Vagrant Blast? I'm not sure. But man, look at all that. Down on bottom right, look at that Topaz Brooch value for Killer Bunny. You hit one thing and you get like 80 Brooch. Giga Barrier. Yeah, we got Loader with the Aqueduct. And man, why are people's... Cheese, what's going on with your internet, man? I don't know if it's Cheese or I don't know if DeKlowski and JD live in the same apartment. But both of those internets just going out the same second. Teleporting it to the future. Cheese working on strangling his router like I was with mine earlier today. I seem to fix the problem, by the way. I have 0 dropped frames now. And, ooh, my god. While I was not paying attention to Karn's screen, I see an ice band, I see a watch. Right, the watch we already know about. Everyone except for JD has the watch. But Karn is going to be able to get here to stage 2. Is going to be, he said in chat earlier, right? A lot of people are talking about, do you know your pylon spots? Do you know your setups? Karn says, screw setup spots, just freestyle it. Gets the God Pot down, is looking for the other button. And we'll see if he can find it. Kind of struggling with the movement here to get to the next button. Maybe he still needs to work on that a little bit. To learn how to freestyle that a little bit more, right? No backup mag. A little bit more tricky. Ice band found on JD's screen. There's a large chest right here next to the gas. It's gonna choose to ignore it with the $58 and instead go for the small chest. Right? Higher chance for backup mags. Speaking of, oh my god. Can we call that a caster's blessing? I was going to say backup mag and the backup mag popped up. Although I think Killer Bunny already found it, so maybe that was just my peripheral vision letting me know. DeKlowski missed the band. That's not good. Oh no, poor JD accidentally took the blue portal. And loses a few seconds off that. Not too bad, could be worse, right? It's not a plus 5 minutes, it's a plus 5 seconds. And now is going to get the combat shrine, wants a little bit of money now. Boom, there goes 3 beetle guards. 1 knuckle boom and they're dead. There they go. Okay, actually going for a full charge punch. Karn got both bands now. Right, 2 ice bands, 1 fire band. Has a watch, has an opal. Has a caffeinator for healing, right? None of the other racers have that healing value. We'll see if that means much. Okay, there is 1 void item. I was about to say that void seed looks like it's nothing but stocks. It's the 3, I see 4 stocks. Killer Bunny trying to go for the pylon tech setup. Unfortunately, unable to land it. Alright, there's so much tech to this specific, to pylon loader. But they're out of all the loadouts that could possibly be rolled here in the hosting league. Pylon loader happens, let's see, about 1 in 26 is the average? Yeah, 1 in 26 loadouts. Oh, no way! The pylon! DeKlowski waits for this stupid pylon to slowly descend onto the God Pod spot. And both Killer Bunny and DeKlowski are right about the same point here, as they're both going to enter the cave. Both got the Ancient Gate, the shift, and they're going to be ruining a wedding here in just a couple of seconds. Here we go. It's number 1 done. Procs Ocular HUD. Ooh, Killer Bunny with the Ocular HUD. I like that. I think Karn likes it too, because Karn opted for the HUD over the Caffeinator. Alright, has a couple healing items, but did lose a watch. Oh, yikes. I missed that. Down a watch, has a med kit though. Has Opal, has Monster Tooth, right? Could be okay. Everyone's got the bands now, except for Bernie Sanders, for JD in the bottom left, who's hanging some chests, looking at some equipment barrels. Still not doing bad in time, right? 7 minutes. Doing the stage 2 TP. Feeling pretty good. Killer Bunny absolutely annihilates the boss, right, with that Ocular HUD, with double bands. Right, only Bunny and Karn are the current ones that have 3 bands. Each band is giga value in a run like this, right? If you have an extra ice band and an alien head on top of that, like you just kind of rush. You just go straight for Mithrix, especially with that Ocular HUD, right? You're able to get like 1 or 2 charged punches at double damage. You just gotta go, and maybe like loot for 4 or 5 seconds, try and pre-plan your looting route after the TP is charged. Nice, nice bounce off of the pylon on loader. I know you don't get those bounces if you have the no piercing bug fix mod, or makes all piercing things, including yourself, not take weird trajectories. It has its upsides, but that's one of the downsides. It's not being able to move as normal with loader, right? Here with the default no mods, you can do funky stuff like that. Do we have the piercing fix mod? No. You gotta learn how to pierce like a normal person. No getting to be in Coketown. There's a shuriken printer on stage 3, by the way. I think it's right next to TP. Karn found it when he Giga Slammed the boss. And gets a little disciple. Oh wow. Ooh boy. That's good. Hopefully there's no like ATG, because then you have to always worry about... I hate ATG Little Disciple with loader. It constantly steals your band proc. You gotta be really careful with it. Sometimes I just straight up won't pick it up. It's kind of throwing, not picking up damage. Yeah, here we go. JD finally getting the bands down. Still, you know, only at the 10-minute mark. He'll be able to make it to stage 3 now on looting. Doesn't have any equipment. Doesn't have the Ocular HUD like Karn and Bunny have. Right? Doesn't have the... Ooh, gets too scrap. I'm gonna be scrapping up a little bit. There's a firework printer. I don't think that's gonna be much. What's the Void Cradle? What's in there? JD wants to know. It's probably something useless, given that Karn doesn't have it. Killer Bunny already getting the little disciple, by the way. I feel like we have a lot of racers here who just like to play super duper fast and get these kinds of loadouts all the time. And playing them pretty well. Like Killer Bunny and Karn, you see them die a lot, right? In those cope loadouts, which most of the loadouts, sadly, for here in the hosting league, right? We're not gonna... The loadouts are completely random, and more often than not, loadouts are really tough, right? If we see a bunch of bad loadouts, we're gonna play them, right? I'm not gonna overrule RNG. Right? That's why we've seen Grenade Commando like 4 times now, 5 times. But when you get loadouts like this, and you've got more of that speedrunner mentality of go, go, go. Don't loot anything, just TP to TP. Every time, all the time. Finally, that mentality is going to pay off, right? And oh, there's a backup mag printer. And who is going to get it? None other than JD. Here we go. 3 backup mags, has 2 ice bands, has a fire band. Here comes the growth tender. Ocular HUD, boom, value. 1 shot, 1 kill, stayed in bounds. Right, had the extra backup mags to be able to bounce back. What's wrong with Grenade Commando? There's nothing really wrong with Grenade Commando. I think it's more Roll Commando we've seen a lot. It's just that playing Commando in almost any race is really tough. Just ask anyone who's ever tried to speedrun Commando. I don't know if Cap is still in chat. I don't know if Chris watches this either. Those are a couple Commando speedrunners I know of. It's tough. Like, you literally need a god run immediately if you're gonna go for speedrun. But if you're gonna go for speedrun on loader, all you need is Abandoned Aqueduct and a little bit of magic to at least get like a sub 20. Now with speedrunning loader, you have to get like a sub 16 or some crazy thing like that, which is not fun. Focus Crystal. Oh, wow. Karn, yeah. Karn went all in on Focus Crystal. I mean, what items did Karn have prior? Had some armor? No, not even the armor. I think it was the opal. Yeah, that was the armor. 8 Focus Crystal, though, right? You're just trying to go for the one-shot. With 2 Ice Bands and the Fire Band, especially the Ice Bands, right? Ice Bands, Ronalds, you get full value for Focus Crystal. Pajaro's Band, you usually pass through Mithrix, and then you're not on them anymore. It's a... I guess I'm internally thinking right now and debating, like, is Mithrix already one-shot? Yes or no? That's going to be the real determining factor. Because if what Karn did means that Mithrix is now one-shot each phase, that's huge value. You just got to not die. Right, Karn does have a Quail, right? So that's mobility. I kind of like it. I like the idea. At least take 2 or 3, at the very least. If you see it, just gamble. Right, Ice Band is going to already not use your crowbar anyway. 1 watch versus 1 focus crystal, I mean, it's not that big of a trade if it ends up happening. Like, the only big downside is opal. You cannot die. If you die in this race, yeah, the focus crystal spawns right on their face. You just have to ping it. Good eye by JD there. We'll see if he chooses to go for it, though. I might feel he's fine with the 2 ice bands. Maybe that not one-shotting is going to maybe be the difference maker of the deciding factor of if JD wants to go in for that focus crystal printer. Opting not to do it yet. Opting to hold off. I know one racer picked up scrap. Oh, right, that was JD who ended up getting backup mags. And there's no scrapper now. I think it's fine to lose 1 backup mag. I think it's fine to lose 2 backup mags. But when you lose all backup mags, that's where the problem is. You want to hold on to at least 1. Because 1 backup mag can be a huge difference maker, right? Going through the hallway in commencement, and trying to escape, right? Just trying to land those shots, trying to land safely, to recover your positioning after a punch. Backup mag is massive for that. And yeah, Karn doesn't die, barely holds on. I think I'd like to see some sort of like green healing setup for Karn that's not just Leeching Seed. Maybe Karn just finds a good white item. Oh nice, people spawn on an event, that's cool. But I guess at the same time, when I'm saying this about like, oh, I hope people are a little more defensive, there it is. There's a slug printer. Wow, perfect. Perfect, perfect. I was just gonna say that I've been watching too many races where people are dying 8 and 9 times here in the hosting league, right? Where people aren't as used to racing for a lot of the racers. Right, we've got 28 people, and I think only 8 of them have been doing it for a very long time. Have been a part of the show match league over on Risk of Resources. Oh man, it takes a huge hit from that mending list, but there we go. That's value from the Alpha Construct spawning in. Oh boy, we're going to see some value on Karn's screen right now. We're about to see some value maybe on Killer Bunny's screen, who also doesn't have any deaths. Doesn't have any focus crystals, though. And misses that. Does have one backup mag, though. Karn also has one backup mag. I feel like that's the nice median where Karn is at. Has 1 slug, has 7 focus crystal, has the backup mag. Has everything going right. And keep in mind that Karn only needs to really get in, like, what, second place? Now, Karn could get in last. As long as there's no bonus points, there will be at least a tiebreaker, right? If DeKlowski gets in first place, but doesn't get any bonus points, I don't know. I mean, no one's dying here. It's loader with bans, and everyone's at, like, 17 minutes, about to go to the moon. The enemies are only doing half as much damage as they normally do. Right, that in itself it's like, imagine you're at 34, 35 minutes. There's half as many enemies, and the half as many enemies are only doing half as much damage. It's so good. And wait, is that a mod? It's called DeKlowski on DeKlowski's screen. Oh boy. It's called DeKlowski, but then Bustling Fungus is still Bustling Fungus. Is that like the only thing that's changed item-wise, name-wise for DeKlowski? Surely there's a few others. I'm sure Vand is or Void Band's gonna be Vand. JD and DeKlowski's, I swear, there's something going on. There's collusion between those two racers. Whenever one of them lags, the other does. In case you missed it, before JD left, picked up 2 encrusted keys. And got some focus crystal. I mean, Karn is going to have to die. And everyone else is going to have to finish in front of him for there to be a tiebreaker at this point. Though, I don't know. I mean, we'll see. Karn definitely has more damage. Yeah. And with all the pausing between stages, I mean, some other people in pausing. Only 10 seconds ahead in real time from Killer Bunny, who's at 18:55. Yeah, Karn's 12 seconds ahead real time. As it's a race between the two of them. Both only have 1 backup mag. Killer Bunny has 0 focus crystal, though. Has a watch. Has a crowbar. Might have a slightly faster phase 2. No, I doubt it. DeKlowski, though, has an ATG. Might get a couple good hits with that, but doesn't have equipment. Right, so no starting punch with crit. No crowbar punch. No crowbar crit punch? That sounds like either a cereal or a granola bar. The crowbar crit punch. Like, make it a crit crunch or something. Boom. Yeah, from constant plus 5ing to Mythrix sub 20, absolutely. I think it just has to do with Killer Bunny's playstyle, right? Some racers like to try and play out the cope better and get better at dealing with cope. I'm kind of one of those racers, right? I'm more of a racer who likes to, not necessarily full loot, but just, okay, I'm a little bit greedy. And oh god, poor JD. Oh man, really low on health. Almost took a death there, and oh geez, do you take a second to step back? There's spell orbs, oh my god. Karn all the way, almost done with phase 1 Mythrix, halfway done already. DeKlowski already in the fight as well. Killer Bunny took some hits though, but is also the furthest ahead. Right, used that ocular HUD, got some really good damage to the crowbar, but Karn is just on it. Again, 7 focus crystals, used to have 8, but took 1 for a cautious slug, an option that no other racer did. Maybe JD's wishing he did that right now, stuck still on stage 5, charging the TP. Maybe Killer Bunny might have wished as well. Can maybe use this time to bungus a little bit. Nope, no time. You're playing as Loader. Good thing about Loader, you get 2 health per second. Oh, no. I get some medkit value. Oh, Bunny. Oh, this is a bad spot. You gotta get out of here. You gotta get out of here. Oh, God, run. Run, Bunny, run. Safe. No orbs. Okay, you gotta land the shots, though. Killer Bunny's doing so good in real time. He just missing the shots. Drinks a bottle. Drinking does save his problem today, but just needs to find either just like standing on a pillar or something. I don't know. Something needs to change here for Killer Bunny for him to come back. Yeah, JD looking at all the mushrooms bungusing up, thinking like, oh, I could do that too, and then now pops a mending Shungite. Oh, perfect, perfect. Oh no, doesn't use the ocular HUD for Bunny. Could have had another Wisp down. Maybe saving it for the start of phase 3. Here comes an orb. That's not a normal exploder orb or an exploder shot, not a normal golem shot. those Chimera orbs really sneaky, aren't they? Oh, that stupid thing won't die. If only it was the Spiked Fist, it would be dead right now. Karn finishing up phase 3 during this whole time. DeKlowski in the middle of phase 3. If DeKlowski can get an ATG, like right now. Right now! If there was an ATG, Mithrix would die. But they would still have to do phase 4, and I think DeKlowski would still lose. In order for Karn to not lose this competition, he needs to throw. He needs to throw right now. Does not throw. GG. Oh, gets hit by an orb, but it's fine. I highly doubt the ship charge at 23 minutes is going to be any of a concern for Karn. Karn's going to just go for this. He's going to take the swing, going to take the route. Here we go. Oh, Tesla Coil for JD, by the way. That's very nice. What's not very nice is a +5 that just happened to Killer Bunny. Going for a punch! Oh my god, what is going on here? Killer Bunny did not die from that pizza. Right after the +5. How on earth? It must have been the Opal. Yeah, 1 Opal at half health. Able to survive the pizza. Karn is just chilling, having the time of his life. DeKlowski doing his best to try and finish this fight, having gotten the phase 4 skip, but just isn't fast enough. And Karn, who is what is that alarm? Is that my fire? Hold on. This is such a buzzkill. I'll be right back. Yeah, fire alarm went off. Someone cooking in the kitchen forgot to turn on a fan. All right. So the time, I mean, Karn is at 50 some, 54, 55%. No, 95, 96, 97, 98 is going to be well over a minute ahead of DeKlowski. And that's a finish. GG. We'll get the final time up here in a second. Meanwhile, though, and not quite a photo finish, but a quick finish nonetheless, we go ahead and, yeah, we'll put up the time. Get Karn's screen up there. To deny bonus is 29:04. Here we go. 29:04 for DeKlowski, the only one, or should I say the only one to have not died? Not quite. Not quite. Killer Bunny, though. Oops, forgot to hold the grapple down. Not able to do the swing, the whirl around. The swing, world swing? What do we call that? Not sure. 25:07. Just 63 seconds slower than Karn. Well played. Well played, Karn. Went from a double DNF in week 2 to this. Coming in with a 2404. Is able to finish. We can go ahead and get rid of that. We'll hand out some points. The Killer Bunny also, only 1+5, had that one death right towards the end. Almost died in pizza a second time, but it's going to be fine. JD taking a bathroom break, maybe a breather break, having to play loader. Just nearly dying on stage 5. Right, went down to like 40 health multiple times. And we'll go ahead and just hand out those points to Karn, who's able to get 3 points. DeKlowski's able to get 2. Goes up to 4. And, well, it's going to be a battle between, we'll see. I mean, 31... Oh, geez, don't die on the ship. Okay, does not die. Might, yeah, dies at the last second, but that doesn't count. And it will reflect, yeah, okay. Can you continue? Don't worry. That doesn't count. It won't show up. 31:30. So we'll go ahead and put that up for time for 3rd place. Time to 3rd at 31:30. That's pretty good for 3rd place. What a time. GG to every racer here. Well played. And it's not over yet. Because if JD is unable to finish this run before the 31:30 mark, Killer Bunny's going to get a point, and then it's going to come down to a matter of deaths for placement. Oh, come on. Oh, hold on. There we go. Internet's just kind of chopping out for... I don't know if it's what's going on with Cheese's internet or what. Maybe wherever DeKlowski and JD are, maybe they're next door neighbors, they just don't know it. Maybe they're maybe one of them's like staying right outside, stealing their Wi-Fi. Might want to look out the window next time, DeKlowski. Or JD for that matter. Alright. JD does have some backup mags. Has some really good damage. Look at those punches. Right, has 2 focus crystals, which is better than none. He did print a couple right before he left. Not sure what items he lost for those. Boom. Done. On to phase 2. Yeah, it's going to be so sad to see 4th place be a sub 30. Potentially. Or a sub 35. Ooh, gets hit there. Right, we got to keep in mind, Killer Bunny had a really, really rough phase 2, but still didn't die during that whole time. We'll see if JD here, who doesn't have the opal that Killer Bunny had. Killer Bunny, the same one who was able to eat a slice of pizza just from being so early on with that opal at half health. Oh, man. You know what's bothering me just a little bit? Is that ocular HUD. Yes, you're not using it on the first punch of Mythrix. You don't have crowbar. It's not that big of a deal. Like, if you see a setup, right, where you get a punch through more than one enemy, and you don't have that band up, ooh, good ATG. Maybe. Or did the ATG, like, phase out of existence? What happened there? Oh, I think it was a pylon ATG. JD also with Lysate. True. That's pretty good. Tesla value kicking in. Just kind of tickling these enemies in phase 3 here, but it's really starting to run out of time. Again, 31:30 is the time to beat. And in order for that to happen, I mean, you got to be on the ship by like 34:40, 34:50 because of load times are taken into effect in this current version of the mod. Okay, here comes the punch. Here comes the ocular HUD. Here comes the pylon. Okay, no pylon, but still a really good punch nonetheless. Does not get the ATG in Mythrix. That's fine. Gets another punch in there right before the... I'm not sure if the crit was still in effect or not. Oh god, you gotta get close now. Be careful, you don't want to end up like the pizza... Loader gift, no! Takes a death. And with that, well, you still got to play good. Because the next tiebreaker, in terms of standings, is going to be number of deaths. And I'm not sure how many deaths JD had. I'm not sure. I think JD and Killer Bunny had a difference of 1 death in the first loadout. So they're tied for deaths right now. Oh, no, they're not. JD still has 1 death less, but that might change if he dies here. Then it'll be tied. Then we have to go down to the final tiebreaker, which would be average time per run. Oh, man. And that's just what I think. I'm pretty sure JD had 1 death less, was only at 5 in the first loadout, and 6 deaths for JD, or for Killer Bunny. Oh, this is still close. Oh, don't freeze! Not right now! Man, I swear to God, if it unfreezes and I see another death, I'm gonna scream. Oh my God. What's happening? Find out after this break. Another slice of pizza. What's happening? No. Man, this is like when you're totally legitimately legally streaming a sport that you really enjoy, and there's like 2 minutes left, and then suddenly it skips to the end, and it's like, oh, they didn't score the touchdown. And it's over. GG. Right when it's building up, right at the good part. And here we go, the final set of pizza. The good part is still in effect here. Oh my God. Those pizzas are almost hitting it. It comes down to this. If JD is able to land this punch without dying, right, I'm assuming he's going for a phase 4 skip. Oh, it freezes again. It freezes again. What is happening? Okay, we're back. The punch happens. Oh my God, he almost walked into that slam. I don't think that slam would have killed. He's gonna live, and if he lives, I mean, we'll have to double check. We'll have to double check everything for Killer Bunny, who is going to get 1 point here. But we'll go ahead and put that point in here as JD is going to be able to finish up. Does get the grapple in. Saves a few seconds here. Average time per run might be taken into account here. But the final tiebreaker. And it freezes again. Come on. We're back. 22% charged. I'm pretty sure, in terms of average time per run, Bunny has a slightly faster average time. Which would mean if, by some means, if JD somehow messes up this next 50% of the ship charge, as it lags again. If that somehow does happen, Killer Bunny can't get in third. I mean, there's 940 health still to go. And not much ship to charge. Something seriously wrong. Oh, there's a perfected exploder. These things can pull it off. We've seen it happen before. Just a triple shot. Nope, it's going to be fine. Does not die again. He's going to finish his run at 36-32. Gets in fourth. But still gets the completion. So now we got to figure it out. What is the final standings? What are they? Well, let's see. 1 death for each racer. Here in Loadout 2. I'm going to have to pull Loadout 1 back up. Karn is the victor, though, of this Loadout race. DeKlowski getting in second place. Yeah, there it is. Enhance. 5 deaths for JD. 6 total. 6 deaths for Killer Bunny. 7 total. So by 1 death is all it came down to between the 2 racers. JD is going to end up getting in 3rd place, and Killer Bunny, despite doing so well on that loadout, unfortunately, is going to be coming in 4th. But that's probably one of the strongest 4th place showings I've seen yet. GG.